Bombed Iranian nuclear sites and missiles fired in retaliation, VA employees no longer allowed to fail up, VetComm's recent rating stats, and so much more.
With the person.
Just out here today down at the border.
If you look back in history, when we're
Is a powerful force.
We have helped put almost $2 billion in veterans' pockets, and it never seems to be enough.
Welcome back, veterans, to another episode of VetComm News, your go-to source for veteran news, current events, and all the incredible work that's happening right here in the VetComm community. I'm Rachel Hernandez. I'm the manager of communications here at VetComm, and as always, we've got a ton in store, so let's get right into it. Okay, to start, for decades, the U.S. and Iran have been locked in a tense standoff, especially since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. But over the past week, things have escalated dramatically. The United States, alongside Israel, has launched major military strikes targeting Iran's nuclear facilities, and Iran has retaliated with missile attacks on American bases in the region. On June 22nd, President Donald Trump ordered strikes against 3 critical Iranian nuclear sites, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Iran has vowed retaliation. It fired ballistic missiles at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, the largest U.S. military installation in the Middle East. U.S. officials say they received early notice, but the attack still marks a dangerous escalation. Trump called Iran's response very weak, while thanking Qatar for its diplomatic efforts. Iran's leadership insists that they will not tolerate violations of their sovereignty and have promised decisive action. Analysts warn that Iran could target more U.S. bases or even try to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil shipping route. Such moves could spike global energy prices and drag the world into a broader conflict. And there's also growing concern coming out of Washington. Senate leaders are demanding answers from the president, arguing that the decisions of this magnitude should not be made without congressional approval. Now, this is the defining moment for the Middle East. The U.S. strikes are some of the most significant military actions against Iran in decades. The region's now at a crossroads. Either these moves are going to force Iran to the negotiating table, or it could spark a wider war with unpredictable consequences for the world. But experts say Iran is unlikely to win a direct war with the U.S. or Israel, but they could wage a prolonged conflict targeting American interests and allies across the region. The situation is extremely volatile, and the next few days could be critical. Stay with us as we bring you more on this. Now, let's talk VA updates. It's been a busy year so far with lots of changes. So let's start with a big announcement from VA Secretary Doug Collins. According to Federal News Network, he recently said that poor-performing employees will no longer be able to fail up or advance within the VA without meeting performance standards. This is part of a broader push for greater accountability across the agency. Under previous administrations, especially during the Biden presidency, the VA was criticized for resisting efforts to make it easier to fire underperforming workers. Critics argued that this led to longer wait times and growing backlogs in benefits and healthcare. But now, the Trump administration is implementing new executive orders and reforms to address these issues head on. Just last month, President Trump signed an executive order to improve care for veterans, enhance accountability, and repurpose VA assets like the West Los Angeles VA Medical Center campus to better serve homeless veterans. Now, the goal of this is to turn the campus into a national hub for homeless veterans, offering housing and support to help them regain their independence. And it's not just about accountability. The VA is also making major strides in survivor benefits. Earlier this year, the department announced reforms to streamline the process for survivors and dependents to access benefits, moving the Office of Survivors Assistance directly under the Secretary's office for better oversight and support. Okay, let's talk about the money. The VA's budget for 2025 has topped $400 billion thanks to increased spending on mandated benefits and medical care for toxic exposures. That's a $30 billion increase over what Congress originally approved. For 2026, the VA is requesting $441 billion, a 10% increase to address suicide risks, homelessness, substance abuse, chronic pain, and rural health care access. There's also a big focus on improving veterans' access to medical care, both within the VA and through private sector providers. Secretary Collins has promised to make it easier for veterans to get appointments wherever they prefer while maintaining high standards of care. But not everyone is on board with all of these changes. Some veteran groups and unions are concerned about potential staffing cuts and the shift of resources to private healthcare, fearing that it could undermine VA hospitals. But Collins has pledged to find a balance, but the debate is ongoing. So to sum it all up, the VA is undergoing major reforms to improve accountability, expand benefits, and enhance care for veterans. With a record budget, new executive orders, and the focus on results, the agency is aiming to become the most accountable in all of the federal government, all while putting veterans first. But of course, we want to know what you think about these changes. Let us know in the comments down below. All right, and let me tell you what we've been working so hard to achieve here at VetComm. Last month in May, we helped 149 of our veteran clients get a disability rating. 14 of them were rated at 100%, and 94 were rated at least 50%. That's more than $75 million in lifetime compensation that we help these clients receive. These are real people getting real life-changing results. And many of them want to help other veterans by sharing their experience working with us. So check this one out. I recently talked with a Mr. Michael Williams. Here's a peek at his testimonial that's posted right here on this channel right now.
I just think that anyone who's contemplating doing this, go with VetComm. I got to tell you. And they took me from 90 to 100% permanent and total. Make sure you go ahead and get it done. It'll change your life.
Okay, if the numbers I just told you about aren't enough to convince you to work with us, let me give you a few other reasons why you probably should. We offer step-by-step claim assistance, multiple rounds of filing if needed, exam prep to help you get the highest possible rating, direct access to our claim specialist, ongoing support with any VA-related questions or concerns, and more. And guess what? We charge just a one-time upfront fee. We take zero of your back pay or award. You keep every cent that you receive from the VA. The entire VetComm team is right here in the United States, and many of us are veterans ourselves. So stop waiting and start rating. Last year, we helped more than 10,000 veterans receive more than $2 billion in lifetime VA compensation. Now it's your turn. Visit VETCOMM.us right now to get started. And one more thing, we offer completely free claim reviews. You served your country, now let VetComm serve you. All right, and listen up if you've got questions about VA disability claims. VetComm CEO Kate Monroe herself is going live every Thursday at 3:30 Pacific time on all VetComm US social media platforms to answer your questions about VA disability claims. It's a totally free live show, so you don't want to miss this chance to ask Kate your questions directly. Thanks so much for watching. VetComm News drops every Thursday, and we post a ton of other great informational content right here on this channel. So you're going to want to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I'm Rachel Hernandez. This has been VetComm News. We'll see you next time.